The Jim and Terry Show, still in the Hobbit hole, still having fun with coffee, still having, what was the old books that we used to have in elementary school? Fun with Dick and Jane? Do you remember that?
Books?
Yeah, books. I'm thinking grade 2, maybe grade 1, maybe grade 3, somewhere in there. Junior primary, junior elementary. Yes. See Dick run fast.
Oh, yeah.
I called it the Fun with Dick and Jane. I don't know what they were actually called, but since we're talking about still having fun in the Hobbit Hole studio, we have seen our gremlins at work on our audio, fixing stuff this time instead of wrecking stuff. Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't even know where that came from.
I don't even know where that was.
I think it's haunted.
Well, it could be. I think my daughter's home, which is what you're hearing. Where were we going to go with this one? I think I wanted to talk about things, the latest.
No, you wanted to talk about Ukraine.
Yes, there is peace in the Middle East, but will there be peace in Ukraine?
I don't know. There's Trump. Trump plays around with people's lives a bit, and he said, "Oh, maybe he'll give them Tomahawk missiles," but it was disturbing what Russia said, and they had a point. They said, "How do we know there's not nuclear warheads on your Tomahawk missiles? How are we supposed to respond?"
They could say that about any technology from the United States.
Could be a drone,
England, or Germany, or Italy, or Canada. Anybody who's supplying weapons.
So they're just threatening.
They're just threatening, which is the same as what they always do. The thing that I wanted to take a look at is the Russian economy. It has lasted these years of war, 2022 when this thing started. So this is 3 years of war. But the economy is showing its age now, and the sanctions and Ukraine's strategic bombing of oil and gas reserves in Russia taken its toll. Russia's no longer the great petrostate, no longer able to sell black market oil and gas to China or North Korea or even India. So it's starting to look a little tight now for Russia.
And isn't it funny, as I go down a rabbit hole again, sorry, Terry, but isn't it funny that one of the things they were saying could cause the world to go against Israel in a time of peace when there is no peace, but they think there is Israel has discovered large quantities of natural gas right off their coast, right off in the Mediterranean.
Off the coast of Israel, off the coast of Gaza?
I'm thinking... Hopefully, I think it's Israel, but it might be, it said lower Israel, so that would have to be Gaza and Egypt in that area. So you can see where there could be conflicts developed. And so I'm just saying that to say all of a sudden, Israel's now starting to process natural gas to sell. And so, hey, then all of a sudden, Russia says, that's our market you're taking. And so we're going to take your natural gas.
So then you see some conflict arising in a spreading of the Ukraine-Russia conflict back down to the Middle East?
Well, eventually it's going to end there. That's my belief. So, but not the Ukrainian war necessarily, but I mean, eventually Russia it's all going to end down into that area. As far as Ukraine is concerned, I do hope that Ukraine gets offensive missiles because it's about time they can start smacking back. It's the only way they're going to be able to end the war. When the people think they're in peace and they're not. And I hope they don't aim for hospitals and stuff, but aim for maybe the airports and stuff like that.
There has to be a higher road in making the Russian population aware that they have escaped the 3 years of terror that Ukraine has suffered. Yeah. And they seem to live in their propaganda, state TV, RT, and they talk about all the stuff that they are doing, how successful they are. They shot down so many Ukrainian drones, nothing is getting through, just debris, everybody's okay. Meanwhile, we see the photographs of oil refineries and ships offshore being attacked by drones. Sea drones, air drones, it doesn't matter, drones. Ukrainian technology seems to be showing us a way forward that you said about Pete Hegseth. We're not fighting warfare by doing push-ups.
Yeah, that's not how it's going to be in the future. He was just puffing his chest out again, and now he's done it. We didn't really get into it with the press, saying that the press have to sign funny enough, I think it's a 20-page agreement that anything that the press is about to release is going to be vetted through them. So in other words, it's just like your propaganda, like Russia, like North Korea, like China, only what the government wants.
State-controlled media.
State-controlled media, and that's what they're trying to do. Now, almost all media outlets have said we're not signing it. So
the funny one to join that list to me was Fox.
Yeah, they joined it. They said, no, we're not going to go with that. So
You mean even the sewer has a limit?
I guess. Yeah.
I called Fox TV Trump TV because that's all they do. They praise the guy, they kiss his ass, me no questions. Fox is just propaganda. It's RT for America.
Well, it's like Pete said to the generals, basically lose weight or do the honorable thing and resign. Like, you little sniveling of a thing. Yeah, who are you?
Okay, getting back to Ukraine and getting back to Tomahawks and other weapons, the policy shift for the U.S. seems to be that they will supply weapons, but the weapons are going to NATO. NATO buys the weapons from the United States, and they give them to Ukraine. So it's to get off, I think, if I read the intent, it's to get away from the allegation that America is funding the Ukraine war.
They are funding it, but I would do one better. If I was NATO, I would be working diligently to find anywhere but the United States to buy our war material. Well, anywhere but the United States.
This is where I think
bankrupt that country as fast as you can, because their arrogance, they got to be slapped down, or they're just going to be destroyed.
Whoa!
So they got to get slapped down.
Okay, I'm not sure I'd go as far as you, but I do think
that's
that
why I'll
NATO,
never be allowed in the country again.
Don't go for your timeshare.
I don't have time.
Yeah,
What?
okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay. I didn't say that. I do think that NATO Canada going to 5%. Most NATO countries are now moving from 2 to 5 over the next 10 years. But, I mean, we're talking about 10 years. What's the short term? Will this war in Ukraine escalate? Will it become a European war? Poland is really gearing up for something on the ground.
Well, this much I do know. Everything that's going wrong in the world, you can blame on Trump.
Yeah.
The only reason we're going to 5% and other nations are going to 5%, not because we've been muscled by, Flabo down there. That's not why. It's because we can't trust them anymore.
No.
So we have to find ways to get our military equipment elsewhere. So we do need the French jets or the Swedish jets or whatever. We need that. And we cannot depend on the United States. They've made it very clear they're not dependable. Not the people, guys. Like, geez, trust us. We love you. Your government is nuts.
And the 70 some odd million who voted for Trump, not just once, but twice, they are nuts too.
Well, the sad thing about them is, we talked about it in an early podcast. It's just like, you got to be kidding me. The whole nation was built on democracy, and you're throwing it away for this
to a convicted felon.
Demigod.
You knew he was
criminal.
A convicted felon in Trump 2.0. And
well, Trump used the whole story. So you knew I was a bloody snake before you took me in.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what Trump is. You knew he was a bloody snake, and you took him in.
Yeah.
So now you get killed. It's because of him. Saturday Night Live was right when they said he's going to kill us all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Saturday Night Live preaching.
Yeah,
I've been taking to watching Jimmy Kimmel since he's got back. I figure I might as well get my doses in before he's taken off the air again or permanently.
Oh, he'll be fine though,
I hope he will be fine, and I hope satire and comedy in America will be fine too. Free speech is under attack in America.
Yeah,
it's. Look at Hegseth and the news agencies and the journalists that they allow. You have to sign up. No, that's not how it works. Taxpayer money pays your salaries, and people deserve to know what's going on, free of encumbrances of whatever propaganda you wish to narrate or curate the news. Yeah, so the big things. Getting back to Tomahawks and Ukraine, I do want to say in the 10 seconds that Ukraine is developing their own technology and homegrown industries, and perhaps Canada. There's a lesson for Canada. Homegrown industries.
The arrow is back.
The Jim and Terry Show signing out. Bye-bye.